What up, everybody? Welcome back to the Connect Realty podcast, episode 15.
No, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Wow.
15, yeah.
That's impressive.
Gotta keep it rolling. I know we were on a slight break last week. I was out on vacation. Did we do one after that?
No,
We're going to do Friday, but
no, we didn't.
Cool, yeah. Back, refreshed. Hawaii was great. It's always great. But I think, this podcast, we're going to be talking about our 12 weeks are up. Did we hit our goals? You want to start, Carlos?
I personally didn't hit my goals. I think I made some solid advancements within my goals, but I didn't reach the ultimate goals that I was looking to hit. Probably like 20 pounds off of reaching my weight goal. And I don't know.
I think, from the outside looking in at your growth, I would say don't be so hard on yourself, right? One of your biggest goals that you wrote up there was, to close a deal before you turn 20.
Mm-hmm.
And you accomplished that. That's a great goal.
Maybe the day before. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Before his birthday, yeah.
Right? I mean, that's a great goal by itself, right? It's not easy to close a deal, especially in this market. And I think you learned a lot from it. And then on the personal side of things, like just your growth, you're taking on a lot more. You're going back to school. And, your weight loss, like 20 pounds is no joke for anybody, right? I know I think I'm down like 15 pounds. So it was a healthy quarter.
Healthy 12 weeks.
Yeah, healthy. Is that quarter? I don't know. 12. Yeah, healthy quarter.
3 months.
A healthy quarter for us, right? And everybody in here is producing, which is amazing. I'm proud of you guys. We're all the hard work that we're putting in is paying off, and it's just gonna get better as rates get better. I know we talked about that before. Personally, I think I said it right now, but I lost 15 pounds, about that. 12 to 15, varies. I want to lose like another 5 to 10, like we at that 180, 185. But I feel good. I felt good in Hawaii. Like I take my shirt off, took a picture, flexing on those dudes out there. And it feels good to get compliments too. Like people are like, "Damn, I didn't know you were in shape." But I work out hard, right? And I know I posted this on somewhere, but most of it is diet. Like I just eat bad, so like I work out consistently, but if you're not eating good, it doesn't pay off, right? So, managing what's going into your body is the same thing as managing what's going into your life, right? So, what you spend your time on is usually the outcomes of your life, right? And I think it's important to see, like in this last 12 weeks, we spent our time focused on something, right? A goal, and that goal you obtained, right? We'd like to see Carlos back on video. I don't think I'm the only one. But it's hard, right? In life, you get burned out on different things, right? It's just like eating chicken for 12 weeks. No one wants to really do that. But if you have a goal in mind, it's, that's gonna work out. And I'm happy with my results of the last 12 weeks. I know I killed the 100K. That surpassed. I have an escrow right now that's 40,000 in commission. So, that's gonna be a nice one. And reinvesting, right? We talked about that, reinvesting back into our business. But yeah, happy with my results for the last 12 weeks. I want to challenge you guys to let's come up with new goals for the next, 3 months. We'll close out the year strong. You guys have anything in mind, or how do you want to talk about your goals?
I've definitely. So I didn't hit my goals. I've made progress through them. One of them was to be ready for the broker's exam. I got through 3 tests. Have 2 left to get through 2 courses before I can sit for the state exam.
Did you ever check if your transcripts would go towards any of that?
No, I haven't.
Should do that because I think that would save you time. But another story.
Yeah. What I have found has changed though in the last, especially 2 months, is like consistency with working out, with exercising, with being mindful about, what I'm eating, what I'm drinking.
Yeah, because you haven't been drinking, right?
I haven't been drinking. Probably drank twice in September and then none in October. So I, getting up early, doing stuff, getting my day started a little bit earlier has been helpful. Have three listings right now. We got, Broadway and escrow. Just closed the escrow last week. Got a handful of buyers out there looking. A couple offers out this morning. So market's slow, but I feel like we're picking up steam in the office, and it feels good.
Yeah, it does. It feels really good. I think this is the most listings that we've ever had at one time. And again, going back to the market, like maybe some people are like worried about it, but I think this is just a healthy market. We're not used to it, right? Like we're just adjusting to this again, and it's good for buyers, right? Like it doesn't always have to be a seller's market. Like that's crazy. And that balance is going to get a little bit of time to adjust, but I feel like that's how it should be, and we should work a little bit harder to sell our listings, right? And if that means that prices across the board go down, like that's the natural what would it be called, like a valley that we go through in real estate, right? Usually around this time prices go down, you get the best deal in real estate anyway, so it's not like absurd that this is happening right now. Something that I had a conversation with one of my clients this week actually is, when's a good time to list my house, right? And right now, if people ask you like, should I list my house right now, usually if you want to list your house, you list it in the spring, summertime. That's when you get the most bang for your buck, or most the highest value. And I think that's a real conversation we have to have with people, right? Unless you have to sell your house, if you could wait till spring, like hold off, right? What that's gonna do, right, is gonna shorten inventory right now, and then we start to see houses move a little bit better. But if you're a buyer out there right now, you're getting a deal, right? You guys have any deals going on that we're gonna talk about, or?
Yeah, usually there are deals like during November, December.
Yeah. Yeah, and we usually get busy, and I usually get busy in these times. A lot of people take November, December off, right? They disappear. But here at Connect, we do the community stuff, the turkey drive, the toy drive, and I feel like that brings a lot of clients like into what we're doing. And if you're a buyer out there, I always tell you like buy in the winter time, right? You're gonna get the best deal. You can make 10% equity or 5% equity in the next 6 months.
Get some credits or something.
Get credit. So I have a seller right now who has to sell, right? His work is moving him to Nevada to open a store out there, and he has to sell. He bought last October. I didn't help him buy, but he bought for $570, and now he's considering selling for a loss because he has to, right? So if you're a buyer out there and you're listening to this, you never know what situation the seller's going through, right? And if you could catch them at a time like this where they're desperate and they need to sell, or they have no choice, like you're getting steals on homes. Like that condo was selling at $600,000 at one point, right? And now they're back to $550. It's like he's losing $20,000 on it. Luckily, his company is covering it because they're relocating him, but like that's not the case for everybody, So, if you're a buyer, you've been hoping for a deal. There's a lot of houses out there to see. It's becoming nice and balanced, and maybe we're not used to it, and that's what it's like. A lot of people are like freaking out, or price reductions running here or there, but this is just a natural balance of the real estate market, I think.
Yeah, because we didn't have sellers at one point, and now we have all these listings. Mm-hmm. Now we just need the buyers to come.
Yeah. Well, it's like it says, like when it rains, it pours, right? Everybody's always following, right? So, all of these sellers, all of these buyers, like just match up and,
get together.
Don't zig but zag, right? Do what the opposite of people are doing. I think that's very, a smart way to look at the market. If if you have like a lot of people that are, selling homes and their options are bigger and there's not a lot of buyers out, then obviously you're gonna get the best deal at these times.
The prices are gonna adjust.
Yeah, and I think we see that already, right? I think prices are down about 5%. And as again, it goes back to like people are worried because they haven't seen this for a while, right? And I think that people also they expected a bigger interest rate cut or the interest rate cut to have more effect. But what we said from the beginning, like that was already tied into the rate, right? Like they do all that pre-advanced, right? We're seeing what's going to happen in the next, 3 months or already right now in terms of the interest rate because they buy the bonds and then they sell them later, right? And I think that's exactly what happened in this situation is like people are cashing out on that drop, right? And then what's going to happen? Hopefully they do another rate cut or they announce another rate cut, right? And we get to another lower level. But yeah,
I mean, and if we do get to another lower level, maybe that'll help scoop up some of the inventory that's out there that's been sitting for a while, where buyers feel even more comfortable with, a lower rate to go out there and actively make offers and scoop up that inventory.
Yeah, and I think it's important too to see the timing of things, right? Like we're going in this October, right? We have, Halloween's not a big holiday, but we have holidays coming up, right? We have Thanksgiving, people are traveling with family. We have Christmas, like all of these months, people are not like allocating time to going to buy houses or money to going to buy houses, right? Like pockets are hurting. They're keeping their money in their pockets, right? And it's understandable, just from being a consumer myself, like maybe wait until after the holidays to pursue something like that, right? A New Year's or after the elections, what's going to happen, right? There's still a lot of what's going to happen out there and uncertainty. And I think we had a conversation, right? Carlos, like, if you see that prices are going down, then people tend to, like, wait, right? Or how much will they go down?
Yeah.
Right? But remember, you're trying to catch a falling knife. Like,
and it's funny you say that because, when people are interested in a property and they see it start to steadily drop in price, and they're keeping an eye on it. For example, Broadway, the second it goes into contract, they feel like they might have missed an opportunity, so they start reaching out and saying, "Hey, how's your escrow going? Is it kind of shaky? What's happening?"
Yeah, where were you the last 3 months?
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, if you guys don't know, we have a listing on Broadway in Canto. It's a duplex, and as soon as we dropped it to pending, I got 2-3 calls for it. Like, what's going on with it? Oh, it's pending now, so you wasted your time already. But you never know when you miss the opportunity, right? Until you miss it, right? So there's definitely opportunities out there, is what this whole conversation is about. But what about getting back to our goals for the next 12 weeks?
What about it?
Can we make some challenges?
Yeah, I think it's a good time to kind of reevaluate and see where we're at, see how far we've come, see what else you want to do in the next 12 weeks, and I don't know, it's exciting.
Yeah, I think it's exciting as well. I don't know. What do you guys think should be the next step? I technically didn't even accomplish my current goals, so I think just kind of like an extension of that.
No, I think you have to start all over, man. I think you accomplished goals, right? Because you didn't lose 40 pounds doesn't mean you didn't lose 20 pounds, right? So a new goal would say like, hey, I want to be at 200. That's a new weight loss challenge, right? It's completely new. You did lose 20 pounds, so you accomplished half of your goal. You get, half of the cake.
Yeah, you're at a new baseline right now. Yeah. Like, you're never gonna go back to where you were. You're at a new baseline now. So from this point onward, you can say, I've got new goals based on what's happening today. So I think you're kind of starting fresh. You've come a long way, and you're not basing today's goals on
The previous
three months ago. You're basing today's or your future goals on today, your new baseline.
And I think that's too, it's important to like realize that, right? Because throughout your challenges or life, like you pick up new objectives, right? Like now maybe your goal is not to lose another 20 pounds because you're doing jiu-jitsu, right? And maybe that 20 pounds, like you picked up jiu-jitsu literally in the last 12 weeks, right?
Mhm.
Maybe that 20 pounds you want to keep it on to, or you built 20 pounds of muscle, like your objectives change, right? And I think that physical goal, it all has to do like in your own realm, right? Like you can't say, Clint, I want you to lose 20 pounds. I was like, I could do it, right? It's a challenge to me, but I don't know. I don't want to lose 20 pounds, right?
And especially in jiu-jitsu, it might be a disadvantage to go in there
Lose 20 pounds.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, it just depends what you're trying to do, right? But I think that's important, right? Like during your goals and your life, you pick up new things. Like my goal might completely change, right? I know one of your goals now is get through these classes, right? And you have midterms next week. By the end of this semester, I'm guessing some of your goals is like, do I want to pass those classes, right?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that's one of your goals, and that wasn't a goal coming into this.
True.
Right? And that's what a lot of time and effort goes into. My goals, I want to get to like 185, like another 5 pounds down, but like healthy, right? Like I didn't just drop 20 pounds overnight. It took some time, and like I'm working at it, implementing a routine and a diet that's working for me. So I like the outcome of it. I'm gonna keep working at it. I really want to get us a new office. I think that this place has served its purpose, but I want us to, have a place to work and be excited about coming to work, whether that means growing or moving, whatever it is. So maybe I'm gonna look into doing that. And continue to close deals. One of the things that I want to do is get some like press on the events that we're doing, because I've never done that before, and mainly because like that's not why I do it, but I think it's good press to have. So gonna talk and see what we could do about getting some, maybe an article or whatever, something written on what we're doing. Help as many families as I can, I guess. I'm way behind I had a goal to hit 60 deals, and I'm definitely not gonna do that. I think the market, had an effect on that, but calculating where I'm at and, closing a record number in this last quarter, maybe like 10 deals in the last quarter.
Nice.
So I'm excited. I see all of the work that you guys are putting in and I'm putting in pay off. Like we're starting to move, right? It'd be nice to get the other houses into escrow, but that's just the market that we're in right now, right? Whether that means price adjustments or continuing to do open houses, like it doesn't hurt being out there connecting with people. That's our job, right? And as long as we're doing that and we're educating people, like we're doing our part. I wrote it in the post this morning, but like people thrive around connection, right? And we have to be out there making relationships because that's what we stand for here. You guys have some goals? Can I make you a challenge?
Yeah, let's hear the challenge. Oh, just for Carlos or just across the board?
I don't know. I just want to see Carlos back on video really bad. Like I miss him.
What's the challenge?
They've been.
Let me know.
Do 2 videos a week. It's not 5, and it's doable.
I'll take that challenge for myself because I haven't been as active as I need to be. So I'll take that challenge for myself. 2 videos a week.
I'll do it too.
What kind of videos?
It could be whatever videos you want. Walkthrough videos. It could be, what I mean, if you do a market update video, that counts as one, but 2 videos a week.
2 videos isn't bad. I think that's kind of what killed it for me. Is just
You got burned out.
Yeah, trying to do them every day, and then I was just like, what, having to wake up and try and chase the video to put it out.
Yeah, and I think going into the challenge, I warned you about that. It's just like you're gonna run out of stuff to make videos about and ideas
I did
real
good
quick.
like the first month and a half.
You did.
Yeah.
But it's hard, right? Like making content is not easy, especially when you don't want to force it, right? And I get it because I've been in a dark place content-wise for a while, and I haven't been putting enough out. I mean, as enough as I want to out. And you could definitely dig yourself into a hole.
Yeah. And you know what? I gotta say, it's a lot easier and a lot more fun when we collaborate on videos. I mean, just bouncing ideas off of each other. Getting different inputs on editing styles and music and stuff like that. Like, it was fun for a good while when me and Carlos were cooking up videos. It was like super creative, super fun, super easy. We just stopped.
And I think, too, is the point of our videos, number one, to educate our clients on the market and what's going on. We're realtors, we're real estate agents.
Oh, you guys got busy,
right? And that's too, right? Like I think documenting our daily routine, right? Whatever we're out there doing and working, and creating community, right?
Yeah.
Like, I know Carl's thing is like comedy. He doesn't want to be known as like the goofball real estate agent anymore because he closes deals and he's serious and he's 20 now. But
that's what it is.
That's not what
He's not a teenager anymore.
You're a man now.
No, he's jaded, man. Like, he's a dinosaur. He doesn't have to deal with it anymore.
He's a vet.
Yeah, he's a vet. But I think that the important part of it is that you continue to build community, right? You don't fall off, right? You're not lost in space. People know you exist, and not that you only exist, but you're working, you're doing your thing, and you're still grinding at it, right? I think the biggest takeaway from your deal, and this is something I told you yesterday, is you have to make that your resume, right? Mm-hmm. Let's make a video on it, whatever that takes to get done. I'm gonna help you out do it, right? Like, we'll hire Chris or Johnny or whoever you want to use. Like, let's make a real nice video of your closing, and I think that goes a long way because it's something that other people see and take you serious on, right? Mm-hmm. From the outside looking in, you proved yourself you could close a deal in this business, right? And some people never make it to that, right? I know there's a stat out there, but I don't have it. But people get their license all the time, never close a deal, right? So
you learn the process now too. Everything like the
and your deal was not easy, right?
It was complicated.
Yeah, so that's good. You learned a lot.
So like, you might get another one and it's gonna be a layup, and you're gonna be like, oh my god, like, So I think documenting your deal and celebrating it, by yourself, with Jacob, whatever you want to talk about that is gonna be, a big section of your resume, right? And documenting that helps you to achieve that. But yeah, as your broker, I'm proud of you. You close that deal, on to the next one, right? We gotta keep moving, keep following up, filling up your pipeline, because as you could see, you could get very focused on one deal and then, where's the next one? And you get into a place where you're like, you're doing 2-3 deals at a time, and it's like clockwork. Mm-hmm. So right now I'm in 4 escrows, closing a laundromat. I've never done this stuff, right? So it's still learning, like, even to where we're at today. We're dealing with tenants and trying to get them into properties, right? We're trying to get...
Or out of properties.
Yeah, I'm doing a new build that's not a new build. Like, there's so many things that you could do in this business, right? Where my client's taking a loss on his property. I've never had to deal with that, right? So it's every deal is a learning experience, right? And it's just how you learn on keeping those deals coming and what you're doing for your follow-up, right? How many conversations you're having with people, right? Whether that's past clients, leads, open houses, you gotta keep that moving. Because in this business, if you don't, you'll die, right? Like, just if you don't intake food, you're gonna die. If you don't if you're not feeding yourself, right, you're not feeding your business with time and effort, you're gonna fall off.
Speaking of follow up, I got hit up the other day on Instagram from before I got my license. I used to work in a property management office, and I got hit up from a tenant that I put into a property over 10 years ago.
Damn.
And it turns out they were still in that property. And this conversation just happened this week, but he said, yeah, we're still in this property, but we're ready to buy now. And they remembered our interaction from when I helped them lease the place, and we kept in touch just on Instagram, just kind of liking each other's stuff. And yeah, now they're ready to buy. They already saw the place. They're already getting pre-approved, and they want me to put together the offer. Yeah, so that was, this one's gonna be 10 years in the making. But
so they're gonna buy the property that they're living in?
They saw another one. It went out.
A decade?
Yeah, a decade in the making. Yeah, it's gonna be a long one. So
that's like a record.
But that's a story that we have to tell, right? That's like, we need to document that, because literally,
Yeah, as a matter of fact, the one of the tenants that's in there now, my client, she was a makeup artist, or is a makeup artist. She did my wife's makeup for our wedding. She did
that's cool.
My sister-in-law's, and then I referred her out to somebody else. So, it's
full circle.
Yeah, full circle. So, next step is getting them into a property, and then getting referred to help somebody else get into something.
Yeah. Do you have personal goals?
Personal goals? I'm gonna keep running.
Running.
Gotten into it lately. I like it. It's feeling better. It's not feeling as
like you're gonna go back to marathon shape.
Nah, I can't do marathons. I don't think my knees will let me. I've done 2 marathons. I've done a half marathon, bunch of 5Ks, 10Ks, but I don't think I could do marathons again.
We should find another 5K and run together. That was fun.
Oh,
that one is gonna be next year.
Oh, yeah,
they're gonna do it. They're gonna
right?
do it bigger and better. Yeah, the South Bay one.
February?
No,
it was hot when it was April.
May. Yeah, they're gonna do it better this year. That was the first year last year, but
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was cool just doing it together as a team, right? Having us out there. I'm down to do another one, even if we sign up, find one. But yeah, I think it'll be cool to run like a half, and then I eventually want to run a marathon, but it just seems like so much time and effort to put in. Not ready for it quite yet.
You think you're Goggins or what?
No, I'm not ready no 100 miles.
I mean, you don't gotta finish it. You can like quit.
I don't think if I started something, I'll finish it. It's just how I am.
Like you go walk it. You'll be like the last person, but
I could jog on a slow pace for all day. But I think you have time limits, right? You can't.
Yeah, I think after a while they'll start opening the streets on you.
It's just in your head, right? Like you make your body do it.
Yeah, I mean the first one I did, I made my body do it. Wasn't prepared at all, and then I was paying for it for the next week. The next day I couldn't get out of bed. Veronica came over and she brought me food and stuff, and it was bad. It was real bad.
Yeah. Carlos? Personal goals in general. Reset. Starting now to the end of the year.
I'll have to sit on it.
All right.
Transaction wise, I want to shoot for 5 closed between now and the end of the year. I think I have enough, active and in my pipeline to close 5 before January.
That's good. I love that goal.
Me probably do a couple by the end of the year.
2 more? That's good. We got Isaac's gonna come up again.
Yeah. Maybe some buyers.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. I wanna, let's get to 300 turkeys again. That would be a good goal. I think we have the manpower to, push it out there, and I think, when you see what that does for the community, it's cool. Being a part of that. If anybody wants to help with that, we're gonna start pushing for the turkey drive here real soon. Because it's not easy, right? Finding turkey to buy, even though I have a a manager in my pocket now, so that should be easier. But yeah, I mean, I think it's big for the community and big for what we represent. So if anybody wants to help with that or needs help or knows somebody in need of a turkey this year, start reaching out to us. Let's get that lined up. If you're a charity or you need some turkeys, we usually have a couple extra ones to give out. And I just want to collab with as many people as possible on it, right? Like, the bigger the better in terms of giving out turkeys and the toy drive at that, right? So it's back-to-back kind of events for us that we have some fun doing.
So yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun too.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a blast, man.
You're gonna go dress up as Santa or what?
Hey, you want to dress up as a turkey?
As a turkey.
Or a pumpkin.
Andre has a turkey outfit you could use. Okay, videos. 2 videos a week. Mike, what you got?
Video?
No, you have some challenges for yourself? The next 12
hit
weeks.
The gym again and get buff again.
Get back in the gym. Let's do some gym sessions. I'm down. Even if it's like 1 day a week that we get ourselves in there.
Like, I still want to be biking though. I don't want to like dedicate all to the gym because I get like that, you know. Like, I want
super
more.
into things.
Yeah, like I'll go 5-6 times a week, you know. Like, maybe just go, you know, every other day or something. Nothing crazy.
Yeah, you have a membership?
Yeah.
24? Let's rock it out.
You know what? I want something quantifiable. If you bring in that pull-up bar, I want to see how many I can do, and then just like week by week,
Okay.
add a couple.
Yeah, let's do that.
Maybe I can
and
get
then
to,
we
like,
could
50 pull-ups.
get the garage cleared out too, because I gotta move that shit out of there.
Or maybe we'll make this a gym, office gym.
It gets there's if those windows open, maybe.
I mean, later on, not here, obviously.
Yeah, just a
Like, you know, little dumbbells, you know, just so we can just fuck around.
The stretchy
The bands?
The bands.
The
Those have
bands,
bands
what
for
else?
Carlos,
Yeah, like
next
pull-up
week-
bar, you said. What
Next
else?
week we want to hear your goals. So have them written down and let's get those going. I think one goal should be, you know, close another deal by the end of the year. You have 90 days or 120.
Yeah.
October,
No,
November,
that's-
90
that's-
days. You have 90 days to
Less than 90 days.
yeah. So
Like 80 days.
it's a possibility though, right? You in 90
79.
days you could close one
I
deal.
can close more than one, but
I know who we could call today after we finish this. That'll be ready to buy before then.
start with an S.
Yes, it does.
Go. Yeah, next week we're gonna have a guest on. I'm super excited about it. And if you are a small business, reach out to us. We'd love to have you on. We're still growing this podcast. 15 episodes in. I'm not sure if we have more than 5 viewers, but if you are watching this, we appreciate you. Please hit that subscribe, like, follow, comment, ask us some questions about real estate. I think that's a good episode. Till next week.
Stay connected.